another thrilling episode of Slay the Princess. I'm Jameer, and we're on episode 3. So what I can gather so far is the narrator does have the ability to control your character to a small degree by just narrating the actions. There's only a limited ability that the narrator can do. He can't control the princess, but he can make you attack her against your will. The princess has control of your body by shutting it down. So let's see what happens in this
You're
chapter
here to slay her.
Again, I will be skipping text that we've already seen.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Okay. So there are a lot of voices. So instead of voice of the paranoid, I have voice of the simp.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
So there is a lot of branching paths in this. So chapter 1 and chapter 2, we died twice. One of them was the princess just shutting our body down. The other was horrible butchery, which would hurt far worse. And that changed the characters that we have now, which could affect the story as it progresses. So we'll find what voices are useful and go from there. I am surprised how not typical this visual novel is. I haven't played a lot of them, but this seems to stand out on its own.
Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Alright, so yeah, the voice of the smitten is probably not going to let us kill the princess.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
Yeah.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving. We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
So one reason I am trying not to interrupt is maybe you're driving and you just want to hear the story. I should narrate my choices. I might not. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Have I chosen that before?
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died.
You?
Anyway, I believe... What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the... If it's the latter, do you think She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
But yeah, this story does remind me of a couple of different things. Another thing is, it reminds me of the Red Button, but I'm stupid. But anyways, the Red Button is a stranger offers you the opportunity to win $1 million if you press a red button. But the issue is, once you press the button, someone somewhere is going to die in the world at the same time. And it's kind of, do you value life versus monetary value? They made a movie about it. It got really convoluted because it's, a simple concept that they had to stretch into a full-length movie, but kind of the same vibes like we're put in this position where we don't know. Proceed to the cabin. Alright, let's see what the cabin looks like.
A warning. She will lie. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I miss voice of the pessimist, or of the paranoid.
I think we've already been over this. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
But yeah, the decision tree in this game has to be huge.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
You know how I said it would be ridiculously complex? No, just happens to be a different path. It's just chapter 2 because it's a second loop. But I'm just on the spin path versus the paranoid path.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Again, this is like the second time this thing's happened. The music's much happier this time. But yeah, what is the narrator hiding? Why would you lie about that? What's
Exactly.
the point?
Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? If you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done?
Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I mean, I'm 50-50 with having the blade. No, I'm 33%. I did come back for the blade. And died. So yeah.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
The voice of the spin is going to annoy me. I'm sorry, everyone.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us again. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Can I smash the mirror with the knife?
This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Alright, entering the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Yeah, this path is much happier.
but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Nailed it.
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right?
Okay, I was a little curious about that.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
So we'll continue to be a simp. Which is unfortunate because me being a simp created this voice I hate.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Because unfortunately, oh, and yeah, there's no bars. The dungeon's much nicer right now. But, I mean, my issue is the narrator just isn't giving me enough information. It's, hey, you need to kill this target. I don't know why I came to the cabin, why I was near the cabin. You know, there's a lot of questions, and, you know, I'm not a thug, even though my hands are very grotesque.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yeah. A lot of men, they just want a compliment. So men out there, you're doing great.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
I mean, yeah, just... she went to town.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
So actually, because I did win once and saved one world, I could just say, you know, screw all the other worlds. You know, there's one reality where everyone but me, the princess, and the narrator are alive. Alright.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end. Now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Oh, and for the record, I'm with all the press release. Simping ain't going to work.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
But I will try to talk to her a little more. I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Honestly, the world sucks, people are plagued, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all.
I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a misanthrope.
Lucky for you, I did destroy the world. I destroyed all of it and made it awful for everyone.
Yeah!
I'd point out that she just admitted to obliterating the entire world, but I guess that wouldn't actually move you. Oh, it moves me. Whatever we do next, we should do our best to not let her out. But have you seen her angelic face? She should get a pass. She just wanted to make us happy. By destroying the world? Apparently, yes. If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Oh, it was,
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride, to a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Yeah, I'm doing terrible not vocalizing my choices.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Alright, what happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Slay the princess.
Blade in hand, you run the princess down. Wait, no! You barbarian, what do you think you're doing? But you ignore the pleas of the foolish little voice and press on. The princess's eyes grow wide with terror as you approach, but she does absolutely nothing to stop you. Your blade pierces her heart. She collapses pathetically to the ground.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
No, my love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not you.
See, I told the game I was going to be simping, but it was just a ploy.
I'm going to die now. I think that's what you want.
And just like that, she's dead. And the world is saved. Thank you for seeing this through. I know it must have been difficult. I feel sick. Sick? You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived. And you merely feel sick. I, for one, am absolutely distraught. Grief-stricken. Inconsolable.
Oh, I think you want me to die. Okay, then.
You'll get over it. You just saved everyone. Get over it. You raise the blade, aiming the point directly towards your heart.
Sorry,
Excuse
everyone.
me? No, you absolutely do not do that. Yeah, let's not make any rash decisions. We should give ourselves a minute, take a deep breath, and rash. The only rash decision we've made was running our cursed blade through her heart. This is far from rash. This is measured. This is the only thing left for us to do now that she's gone.
Alright, just because I skipped it, get over it, you swarmy ass. There's nothing in the world worth smitten. Oh, voice of the smitten. Get over it, you swarmy ass. There's nothing in the world worth getting over it, for we might as well just end it all. Nailed it. I'm the one who makes the decisions here, and I say
Exactly,
no.
you're not doing this. All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deeper than the ocean itself, and you'll find that they are far more unstiflable. Haven't you? Haven't you all? I don't believe this. What? What don't you believe? You plunge the blade into your own heart and collapse to the floor.
Narrator, you're worthless.
Can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it happen. I'm sorry. That's right. You're all sorry. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, thank you again for another exciting chapter and episode of Slay the Princess. We've successfully slayed the princess, saved the world, and died to end gaming ourselves once again. Join me in the next episode, and we'll see what else occurs. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a good one.